it now feels like something of an afterthought from an England perspective because, as we discussed earlier, I'm not sure if I even want to watch. But the biggest game in world football's on Sunday, so we should probably discuss that for at least 5 minutes, right? It's going to be France and it's going to be Croatia now. Let's talk about who we think is going to win in a second. But one of the things I've been debating with myself all day is
whether you should give the World Cup trophy back.
Whether I should return that before the police find me. But secondly, do I want France to win because I think they're the better team? And there's that part of me that thinks, you know what, it should be a really, really world-class team that wins the World Cup. Or do I want Croatia to win because it'd be nice to go out to the eventual winners and also they've never won it? What do we think? Who are you supporting Sunday?
Support is a strong word.
Okay.
I would prefer that France win because I don't want that Croatian team to win. I just dull football. You kind of you have that kind of you have that muscle in the midfield, yes, and you manage to scrape through things.
What muscle in the midfield? They've got Luka Modric, who's like 5'6", and
Rakitic, Perisic. They managed to play their way through. They managed to beef things up.
They ran Henderson ragged, didn't they?
Yeah, I also intensely dislike Lovren.
Yeah.
For calling himself a world-class defender. Yeah. You don't get to decide that. You cannot call yourself world-class. It's for others to say about you, and you got subbed off after half an hour of Harry Kane.
He said,
tearing you to bits.
I read that whole quote today, and he said, I took Liverpool to the Champions League final.
God, if I was Henderson, I'd come back and tell him to fuck right off.
Yeah, I mean, that's unbelievable. I mean, I don't think, though, that... I'm not bitter against Croatia. I mean, if we lost to Colombia... I would have said, if it was Colombia or Sweden in the quarterfinals, I would have said Sweden, please do them.
Yeah.
It's absolutely no doubt at all. We've already talked about what we think of that Colombia team and their tactics against us. I don't feel in any way upset at Sweden, or well, we beat them anyway, but the way they played against us, I don't feel that way about Croatia. So there's no bitterness there. I'm just not sure. But the only reason I think I might lean towards France is, again, you do want the World Cup to be won by a world-class team, and you look at who's in that France team, particularly Mbappe. It's probably been his World Cup. I assume he's going to win the Golden Ball. But as a team, you just kind of think they probably deserve it.
I think that's a complete hokey argument that a team deserves to win it because they have more like world-class players. I think Croatia have been the dark horses pretty much the whole way. I think they actually do play a decent brand of football at times.
But at times, though.
Well,
I mean they were bad against Denmark.
But France weren't exactly attractive playing versus in the last game and a couple of games.
Yeah, but they've been very professional throughout, right?
Well, that's just like...
All right, well, go on then. I'm sensing a pro-Croatia feeling.
They have a number of world-class players in the Modric, Rakitic, Perisic. I mean, even Mandzukic maybe a year ago. I think what's irritated you two is just Lovren. I mean, he's a complete arse. But aside from that, I think they're a very industrious team, but with about 4 or 5.
I wouldn't be upset if Croatia won it. I'm just not sure. It
would just disappoint me.
I'm not sure as a okay. Hopefully, taking England out of it, that's hard to do as an England fan. But just looking at it, if I was from a country that hadn't done well, hadn't qualified for the World Cup, and I looked at it and I go, "Oh, Croatia are the team who won the World Cup," that would just say this feels a bit of a letdown. I don't know. Maybe I'm being harsh, but
I'd also like a good team to win before we go to this 46 or 48 team World Cup.
Well, we've got another World Cup for that because Qatar is still 32.
Qatar is still 32.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about who is going to win it. We're not going to agree on the France thing. Are France going to win it?
They should.
Obviously, they're the favourites, but do Croatia have a hope?
They have. Everyone has a hope. It's knockout football.
It's the hope that kills you.
Yeah. But no, I think France will do them in the end.
But convincingly?
Not convincingly. Like a 1-0 scrape, Pogba header, something like that. Something where they get the job done at some point and then just play out the rest of the game.
Yeah, I think it'll be. I agree, it won't be by loads, but I think it will be a 1-0 early on, and then again very professional. Hold it. Possibly get a second on 75 minutes, something like that.
France winner, very precise.
France winner, or in the last.
Get your bets in now, Dave,
and win a fairly dull final 2-0.
I'm going with Croatia.
Go on in, explain why.
I think if they can do what they did against England last night, feed the channels and get balls in, I think they're dangerous with likes of Mandzukic and Perisic in there.
But don't you think? Sorry, but it's very well talking about how well they play, which they did in the second half and in extra time. But if they play like they did in the first half, I mean, if that was France with their extra quality in the final third, That was France playing them last night. France would have been 3-0 up at half time.
Ifs and buts, Dave.
Yeah.
That's all.
But it's not an if or a but on Sunday.
No.
No, but I'm going to go back Croatia. I think Modric's going to do it.
All right, well, what do you think? Can you be more precise than me? I'm saying, what did I say? 2-0, second goal in the 75th minute. Mark my words. This will go viral when that's absolutely correct. Thoughts on the final. Who do you want to win? Who do you think will win as we head into the 64th of 64 games in the 2018 World Cup?